Hello and welcome to the stream. I'm Victoria Corva, you can call me V, and today I'm back playing my favourite video game at the moment, Book of Travels. Also feeling like I need to start streaming exclusively games that have really peaceful, atmospheric title screen music. Between this and Signs of the Sojourner, I've definitely becoming quite spoiled. It's lovely to see everyone who's here right now. Hello to Jubal, hello to Maliki, and to Madame Libertine. It's really exciting to have you here today. I'm gonna jump straight back in with my character Effie Morath. It's been lovely just playing bits and pieces of this game. It's so easy to fit in between the rest of my life. And I wasn't able to play yesterday, so I'm very excited to get back into it. I do have like a lot of new magic I'm looking forward to showing you. Oh, in fact, here's one such magic, if I can cancel that effect. So, at the moment, I believe I'm in Little Slip, which is here on the map. I think last time we were on the map we got to Kuro Orchard down here. This is the Voices Tavern / Tea House. See the deer running by in the background. This is a good location for me because it enables me to get some herbs that I use for casting spells, particularly the spells that let me make ghosts visible. And you might remember that last stream I found a sort of sheltered area in the forest of Kuro Orchard that looked like a little kind of tea settlement. But in fact, now that I can read, I was able to read the knot tied... Yeah, someone's whistling. I was able to read the knot tied to the gazebo, and it said that someone there had died of an asp and was seeking revenge. And I'm excited to go back there now that I've got the spell to make the ghost visible to see if they're there, but I'm also a little bit concerned. This fisherman is the one singing, incompetent fisher? Let's come speak to them. Because that same knot and that same kind of ghost's warning was how I got cursed by another ghost. So I'm a little bit concerned that ghost... I may end up with 2 curses that I cannot cure due to my unwillingness to fight ghosts. That smell, is that fish in your pack? I do have fish in my pack, actually. Crude wooden chest protection. Okay, that'll be good if I ever do any fighting, which I probably won't. Hello, incompetent fisher. Harev. My family expects fish for their eve meal, but the bastards just don't seem to bite. I gotta tell you, it's not that hard, Harev. Can I give you any fish? No, I don't have any trade options. I'm not sure what to do. What if I fish next to you? Hello, Calmly Enveloped. Welcome. Calmly Enveloped says, it still amazes me people can whistle. I wish I could. Yeah, I'm not very good at whistling. Except in this game, where I spent a skill point learning how to whistle. Well, a knowledge point. I'm very excited to show you. This is the ability I'm the most proud of. I've also learned how to fish, which I'm just showing off in front of Harev, the incompetent fisher. I don't know whether anything will come of it, but it'd be interesting if there's a reaction. Alright, what fish should I get? Chipped ceramic cup. Well, that was not a fish. Okay, well, I'll see you later, Harev. What's in my bag right now? It's quite full, but not too bad. Okay. Jabal says, I made a game very rapidly recently that involves a lot of fishing. Rapidly, like for a game jam, kind of rapidly? That's really interesting. What's the game called? Okay, oh, there's a ghost right here that's already visible. There are some ghosts that are just around that anyone can see. And there's some that you have to cast a spell. A chanting shade. Well, it won't speak to me. Oh, will it? It will speak to me. Mortal. Well, yeah, that's me. See you later. A lot of the ghosts you can encounter are either benign or, you know, they're just not really aware of what's going on. But some of them are quite wicked. And some of them want to play you in a game of cards, which also might affect your soul. That's the game. Getting my walking faster on roads effect. I've got 2 levels in this now, so I'm getting real quick. I mean, look at this speed. Oh, yeah, and right now... Gosh, I just look like I don't have very much money, which I don't. But I have learned a spell to make myself look really cool. So I'm going to do that for a while. The Jade Guise spell, which alters the colours of the binder's clothing to jade. Very pleased. I've got 2 levels in it. Jabal says, I decided to do an entry for the historically accurate game jam on itch and made a slice of life survival text parser based RPG called Fenlander, and the aim is to produce enough smoked eels to pay your eel rent in the pre-modern fens of eastern England. That's amazing. Fenland. Everyone here, if that sounds like something that you might be interested in, definitely go check it out. That's awesome. Eels. Calmly Enveloped says V stands for vroom vroom. Yes, absolutely. I'm getting a little bit of danger music here. And I feel like there are often highwaymen on this road waiting to rob me, so I'm just going to be a little bit cautious as I walk down. Let's see. Although, how will they ever catch up to me when I'm reaching these top speeds, you know? Oh, hold on. That is... Hang on. What does that say? An Outlaw Malku. Yeah, see the red name underneath? That means that they will probably fight me, or at the very least, threaten me and demand trade for nothing. Now, and they're Malkus, so they're much taller than me. Oh my goodness. However, I'm just gonna walk on by. If I don't get near enough, they can't demand anything from me. This is my main method of getting around in the game. If you do get too close, you can, in the action menu, you can use the flee effect, which will take you to a random location nearby and make you, like, you're tired from having done it, but you escape the combat, which is very cool. And I'd eventually like to learn some spells that make me invisible, which as a Western Wind user I would be especially good at, because the Western Wind is very good at illusions. This is why I can do things like give myself these cool threads. Anyway, I'm making my way back to that haunted gazebo because I now have enough ingredients for 4 attempts at my Align Knot, which aligns the spirit world with the mortal world and enables everyone to see the ghosts within my presence. So I'm very much looking forward to casting that and seeing what that ghost gets up to. But in the meantime, before anything too dangerous happens, we're just going to have, like, a lovely stroll. I think I might actually have genuinely become quite speedy in this game, because when I travel with other players, I've been finding that they fall behind and I have to stop often. I'm just feeling so powerful. I've learned some other spells that are quite fun. I've learned to create lanterns and lights that follow me, which is very good in very dark places and at night. I've learned a spell that lets me see things far away. I can't wait to show you that one. It's amazing. Oh, and as a little celebration of the stream beginning, I've also learned to make fireworks. And you might say, well, what's the use of that in the game? Perhaps it distracts your enemies. And no, a lot of the spells in this game... I suspect that they will be implemented in ways that will enable you to complete some quests, like you help at a children's party or stuff like that, which is kind of the mood of the game. But many of them have no combat or travel kind of use. They're just fun, like the ability to whistle, which I'm using now. And you might think, why would you spend a skill point on the ability to whistle? But in a game like this, being able to whistle while you travel with other players is actually incredibly pleasant, and for me is well worth the 1 skill point it costs me. And, which wind is it? Western wind. Yeah. Yeah, it was totally worth it. In fact, I think I might have gotten it for free because I'm a Western wind user. I did. Haha. Whereas for other players, it would cost 1 knowledge point. Okay, there's a haunted headstone here that I know is always full of ghosts. Let's see if we can activate it. Well, there's no ghosts speaking around here at the moment. Oh, well, something just gasped at me. Let's, if I use my Withering Silkflower Wreath, that increases my my spirituality by 1. So I'm going to come pray at this altar and attempt to make a connection with the spirit on the other side. Am I doing that? No, I'm not. I'm just standing behind a rock. Hang on. Something from beyond is reaching out through the headstone. I can hear a ghost walking around here. Spiritual sensitivity is required to establish contact. Let's try that again. The game glitches a little bit sometimes. It is still in early access. But I mean, for me, it feels extremely minimal. It should come up with the bar with my skill experience. I think it's still struggling a little bit. Try that again. Yeah, we kneel down. I can't see the bar right now, but it sounds like I've done it. I'm cursed with less speed. No! Why would you do this to me? Oh. Rude. They hit me exactly where it hurts the most. Put on my branch so I walk a little bit faster. Hello, Story Dragon, and welcome. Oh no. Oh, there's a ghost over there for sure. At those gravestones. Water their crops, but not too much. I could go make it visible, but I'd like to save my spells for that gazebo we saw last time. Although if I get more uses, maybe I would give it a go. Hi Sam, welcome. I am doing well, thank you. How are you today? I really love this path through the burnings. Oh, who's this? A peculiar merchant. Oh, sounds like my kind of merchant. I think they might be a Malku. They're quite a lot taller than me. Let's see. Oh, they sell hats! So they're a hat merchant! And they sell a knot. Malakat's last knot. Pulling open this unpredictable knot will cast a spell with unforeseeable effects. Oh, it's very expensive in trade. I don't know if I can muster that. But I do want it. Like, that's completely impossible to resist. The idea of a spell that just does something completely random. I need it. It's a northern wind, so it'll cost me... It only cost me 1 knowledge point, it says. Ooh, I want it. Well, perhaps another time. I think I believe I have currently a common leather hood. Try and see if there's anything here that'll give me a little bit more of something. This gives speed! Sociality and speed? That does sound rather good. Mechanics. Physicality. My physicality is not incredible. I want one more speed. You're offering it at a reduced price from its general value? Let's do it. I'll take a headband. And I will trade you a tar cube, a dirty paper box, a snowberry, and not with a meaningless message. Some mushy apples. I'm hanging on to those crude nails. I feel like there's someone with a quest I need to give that to. Ceramic cup. 4 sweet apple ciders. No, that's not enough. I know I need the rope. Okay, a crude wooden body chest protection. Yes, we're getting there. We're getting there. No, all my spells are worth too much. I have gotten quite a lot of fish. I'll give you one of my fish. Let me take a little bit back. So you can see some of these are invisible. This is a very common glitch for me, and I don't worry about it. 124 to 122, I accept. Okay. So I have a hood, which gives +1 physicality and -1 sociality. We're taking that off because we love speed. There we go. And not that we're going to see much of it while this cursor's on. Sam says, sadly I won't be able to stay long as I have to take care of things around the house. But wanted to drop by and say hi. Well, I'm really grateful that you're here. Thank you for dropping by. Jubal Barker says, peculiar merchant demands more cider. Exactly. I mean, they just absolutely wiped me out of my unwanted trick. Oh. Hello. You're really not very afraid of me, are you? Oh. Spoke too soon. There are spells in this game that let you turn into various animals. I recently saw some Western Wind spells, which I'm particularly keen to pick up, which enable you to summon a spirit animal that will follow you around. Yes, please. It's just a very beautiful game. Now, hang on, let me have a look at my map. Because I believe it was in Kuro Orchard. Okay, to the east. We'll just carry along these railroad tracks to take us there. Story Dragon says spells to turn into animals sounds so good. Well, I did once make an offering to a dormant altar, which turned me into a goat. You could break the spell at any time by trying to do a normal task for a player character, but while you were a goat, you could leap and prance around and you moved really fast. It was amazing. And I would definitely... I think there might be a ghost nearby. Look, when you're off the road, you just encounter a lot of ghosts. That's not a ghost. It's giving me ghost music over here. Surely that's a player. That's a peculiar merchant. Oh, here's a shade. Okay. This is where... Where what? Oh, I've never had this with one before. Mysticism. 2? I can muster that. Please don't curse me. Please. Please do not. I can speak to them now. More force of grievance than a were spirit is the essence of a shade. Interesting. I'm not sure what that was supposed to have done. My life came to a miserable end. How I remember not. Do you have more to say? No. Well, I made a connection. I wish you peace. Just moving on. You know how it is. You go for a stroll in the wilderness. You encounter a few ghosts. Discuss with them how they died. Such is life. Oh, I think the merchant and I are going the same way. Maybe we should travel together. Oh, they stopped. Well, I'll see you later. You couldn't keep up with me anyway. Jubal says, such is also death apparently. Very true. Oh, there's a deer. I'm not sure what you would call that action. Stuck, certainly. Can I free it if I go over? Maybe it'll get frightened of me and free itself. Go on. Leave. Oh! I think maybe I did free it. It doesn't seem stuck anymore anyway. Excellent. Always pick flowers. Garden balsam. Might be useful for any number of spells. Tangled plants. Oh, I think that'll be a strength check. And a worried oxen keeper. Gosh, the burnings are really busy today. It's normally very quiet here. So many deer around. Speak to the oxen keeper. Can you give me a hand, Sim? My gluttonous oath of an ox has got something stuck between its teeth again. It eats anything that comes before it. Never was there an ox like this. I always thought oxen were herbivores, but this thing cares only to fill its belly. It refuses to move when it has something to chew on. I must get whatever it has stuck in its mouth out, but it's lodged too deep. I just can't get it out. Please, will you try? Just reach in and pull whatever is stuck in there out. Okay, my speed cuss is lifted. What have I done to deserve a creature like this? I like the ox quest. I see this occasionally. This gives me better physicality, so we're going to go with that. Hang on. No. Please let me select you, ox. Ooh. We're getting a little bit of glitchiness regarding this ox. Oh, wait. There we go. Looks at and licks its lips. Yeah, don't eat me. It only requires 2. Okay, we got this. Oh, we've done it. As Rubel Barker says, so I've not seen any previous Book of Travel streams. What's the overall pitch and genre of the game? Okay, so it is a open world MMORPG, so multiplayer, except that it's actually what they describe themselves as a TMO, a tiny multiplayer online RPG, which means that the instances currently are only 7 people on at a time, and you encounter each other. You can only communicate via emotes, and sometimes like waving and saying hey by clicking buttons like that. It's incredibly peaceful. I wouldn't say it's incredibly quest-driven, but there are quests to do. You're just a traveler passing through, encountering people. There's no quest menu, no quest journal. You make notes for yourself about what there is to do, and you follow that depending on what you feel like responding to. There's almost no combat, and it kind of defaults to pacifist mode, though you can engage in combat, and combat is very tense in this game. As I believe the ultimate aim is, I'm not sure it's implemented yet, is that you have 3 life petals. Although you can restore them by drinking certain teas, it's very uncommon to find. And if you lose all of your life petals, you lose your character, I think is the ultimate aim, or something like that. I've been playing entirely pacifistly, and I absolutely adore it. It's incredibly slow-paced. You mostly walk everywhere. You don't really have the stamina to run constantly. You're encouraged to rest regularly and look after your character. Oh, the tangled... I wanted to see about those tangled plants. Sometimes you get really good stuff out of those. Yeah, essentially, Javel says it's extremely pretty. I mean, that's... The heart of the game is just kind of the beauty of traveling through a fantasy landscape. You are not a chosen one. You are not a hero. You're just a traveler. Bartering, drinking tea, and exploring the world. It's lovely. And the multiplayer aspect is one of the best implementations of multiplayer gaming I've really encountered with RPGs. Oh, 2, I can do it. Sam says, sadly I have to go again. Oh, it was lovely to see you, Sam. I hope you have a great rest of the day. Let's see. What did... Oh, it was just a bunch of flowers. Ooh, is that mirror ash? No, I think that's olive. That's an olive leaf. This is great. This is loads of spell ingredients. Oh, that is a whispering orchid. I need those quite a lot. Okay. Alright, let's find Kuro Orchard. It's still in very early access. There are definitely a lot of bugs. I haven't encountered any that are too egregious, but I know some people lose their emotes, things like that. Personally, I'm very used to an early access experience, and I don't mind it at all. I think even just walking around collecting flowers in this game is incredibly rewarding. That's the Peculiar Merchant. Kuro Orchard. There we go, we found our way. This week I was playing it a lot with Joe. We were fishing, we were going for journeys with other players, trying to communicate the directions that we were traveling. It was really, really pleasant. I really love playing it single player, but there's something special about playing it multiplayer. In the way in which it very often feels like a single player game that only briefly interacts with multiplayer kind of functionality, or in which even when you are playing multiplayer with other people, it can feel like a single player game because of the limitations of the communication system, right? The intensity and awkwardness of social interaction is very much lifted. Oh, that's it! This is the haunted gazebo. Look, there's the tea tray. Let's read this knot. Betrayed. They hid a sea asp in my water jug, the double-crossing bastards. It got me in the tongue as I bit its head off. I can feel the poison raging through my veins. I swear by all the demons of the barrens, if I die in this barren hollow, I will haunt it until all my betrayers are dead, dead, dead. This is the message of the Sea Fury captain. I'm not sure what it's doing here. I'm quite concerned. It's not doing a haunted music here like it did last time. It's doing tea house music. I don't know if it's a bug, or if I use a line here if an evil ghost is going to appear. But I am going to find out. Alright. If there's a ghost here, they should appear. Come on, I've been through so much. Is there not a ghost here? I've held tab. It's not giving me any player tags. I guess not. Invisible creatures are really revealed to you through the eye of Macaque. Well, I've got 3 more uses. I'll have to use them elsewhere. Oh, now it's doing kind of haunted music. Perhaps the ghost just wasn't within my range. Anyway. Look, it's definitely playing spooky music over here. I shouldn't say that, rather creepy music. Let's see. One of the interesting things about a lion is the ways in which you can't be sure you're going to see a ghost in any location. And so I'm trying to... You know, you do your best to work out where they'll be. Hang on, there was like something to collect over here. And I need all the trade goods I can find. Roses, a crane feather, a message not from someone's sister. I feel like I feel like I've stolen someone's flowers for their sister, but you know, You take what you can get on the road. What have I got on my map? Is there a No Man's Rest here? That's my only pin. Wait, no? Playful children want a nail. Oh, I have a nail! Thank you, map notes that I've made. Okay. I guess I'll take my... I knew someone wanted a nail. I'm gonna take my... I don't know if they'll accept this nail or if it has to be a standard nail. The nail I have is crude nails. But we'll give it a go. And then we'll head to Mia and to Batsahar. Hopefully take the boat. Kuro Orchard Mill. I don't know if the children will be in the same place. So many NPCs move around. Or only in certain places at certain times of day, or... Oh, another worried oxen keeper? Sure, I'll help you out. Okay, we've already read that. We've had this encounter earlier. There's a lot of worried oxen keepers around. Ogle! This oxen's name is Ogle. Sets a lazy eye on you, mindlessly content with chewing. You have a very different energy from the other one. Okay, there's a lot of straining there. Let's see what we've got. A leaf wreath. Mechanics -1, sociality +1. Well, I don't really need it, but it will sell. Thank you very much. How far are we from where I pinned the children? Across the bridge. I think this is the up bridge, maybe. Yeah. Let's come down here. A moss enthusiast? Hello! You have to look to truly see the splendor. Look there by your feet, wanderer. It caresses your skin like case of silk. It sings to the nostrils like wholesome earth and forest lushness. Is there anything as soft and down to earth as moss, Kaleem? I suppose not. You might think I am a moss gatherer by trade, but then you are mistaken. I am a train conductor by profession. You do look like a train conductor. I just happen to adore everything about moss. Hello? I love speaking to characters who just have a passion for things. I met a narwhal enthusiast recently on a bridge. It was amazing. Jabal says, what's my staff? So, in your offhand, which is your non-weapon hand, you can carry a variety of items, which, like everything else, has a chance to increase or decrease your stats. I carry my branch of oak, which does reduce my mechanics while I use it, but also increases my speed by 2. It's one of the reasons I move so quickly. Now, I heard someone cry out over here. I'm hoping it was the What was that? Wait a minute. It's the sound of me getting experience. Okay, that's a playful child. Got a nail to spare, Nomad. I do! Hello!
Hello!
What do you think of our treehouse? We started building it up and they are digging in the ground. But the diggers got really angry with us, so now we are building it right here. Okay. Well, could you hold still? They normally stop when you speak to them, but,
Hi!
I give you the nail. You give me a knot of thankful wishes. Sounds great. I'll bring them any nails I find, I suppose. Do I have any more nails? No, I don't. I once found a cobalt pottery shard near our old treehouse, and the lighthouse keeper and Mia gave me a whole basket of sweets for it. I promised to find more and bring him them, but the diggers keep chasing us off as soon as they see us. And the ghost that... the ghost?
Hi.
Could you, sorry, kid. Could you tell me more about the ghost? And the ghost that appears from the ground at night gives me nightmares when I think about them. Where was the location of your old treehouse, I wonder? Let's lift this stone. 3? I don't think I can do 3. I need a friend, and I haven't got one. I don't think I'm carrying anything that would increase my strength. I'm already wearing that, my physicality. You can drink teas that will temporarily increase various stats, but I've mostly taken illusion knots rather than learning to make the teas. Plus, I can't make a fireplace anywhere the way Joe can. It's a shame. Anyway, I was going to go to Mir. I'm travelling in completely the wrong direction. Peasants toil for small reward, and song is all our sustenance. Well, they're always singing. There's so many characters that are just singing. And, I lifted a very large stone with 2 other players, and it led to a secret passageway. That looked like it was in some kind of ancient burial site. It was incredible. So I'm always very keen to be able to pick things up because you never know. Sometimes it might just be flowers or an item, but sometimes it leads to a whole other part of the world that I didn't know about. And I would really like to explore more. Other players on the Discord are always talking about areas I just haven't seen yet. And I'm very excited to discover them for myself. Anyway, while we're just having a walk, how's everyone getting on today? How are you feeling? I think for a Wednesday, I'm feeling pretty chill. Somewhat buoyed by the fact that yesterday I was ill and today I am not. But I know Wednesday can be quite a rough day for many people. Alright, this is another cemetery. I don't hear any ghosts. Madame Libertine says, feeling much less ill today, thanks. Still took the day off work. Oh, I remember that you're ill. Well, I'm glad you're feeling much less ill. I'm definitely glad that you got the day off work. So tempted to cast a line, but I think if I can't hear the presence of a ghost here, there probably isn't one to be seen. There's a lot of whispering orchids here. I wonder if they bloom more where there are dead, like ghosts. It is an ingredient in spells. I'm losing track. I've never been here before, so I'm just like looking all around. But really, I was hoping to travel north to Mir. Not the edge of the map, the Pottery Grove. Pottery Grove. Never mind, I'm not going to Mir. I'm going to go to the Pottery Grove. I'm really curious about it now. I wonder if it's another old structure. Oh, there's an excavation here. Oh, perhaps I have been here.
Knowledge is gained through listening.
Knowledge is gained through listening. You do seem a trustworthy sort. Little I know I overheard when the professor was sleep-talking. There was worry in the tone of his voice. He mumbled something that sounded like the calling signs, but I might have misheard. Oh, yes, this is a quest I've already got in progress, I believe. Will you speak to me, or will you just direct me to the overseer? Well met, Wanderer. My job is to dig for artifacts and carefully wipe the earth off the finds. All according to the scholar's careful instructions, of course.
Hello.
Hello. Hey Nomad, if you find a cobalt glazed pottery shard, don't walk away until we've had a word. If you have a mind for profit, that is. What's that? A cobalt glazed. Let me just write this down. The child talked about it they found them at the location of their previous pottery shard to the excavation in Kuro orchard. Okay, that's good to know. Do I see anything here, perhaps, that I could... Some of the loot that you can find is incredibly small, and you have to spend some time standing in one place before you can see it. Like this! Look at this! That tiny speck was the loot window. Is it a cobalt? No. Hang on. Oh my gosh, I'm excavating! Ferrite earrings. There's some good money in this. I don't have room in my inventory! Oh, come on. What's not worth very much? You. Those ferrite earrings I think were worth it. I need to start trading. So the way those gleams work is that if you stand in one place for long enough, often you begin to get glimmers nearby of items that you could collect. You'd be able to find them normally anyway. But it's just part of the way that they encourage you to, like, take things slowly and appreciate the environment. Neither of those are what I want. Story Dragon says, today is going okay, though I heard yesterday that one of the teachers when I had on Monday has COVID. So I'm a bit worried that I could get it too. Oh, that's quite frightening. Well, I hope you're able to isolate and, you know, stay safe. Hopefully you won't get it. Alright, I've already done that one. I bet this is the location of the previous treehouse, right? Hang on. Hello and welcome, Like My Oreo. Like My Oreo says, I struggle to find a goal when I play this game. Maybe it's just me. I think cobalt glazed tile shards! We're the best archaeologists who's ever lived. Anyway, sorry, Like My Oreo. It's an open world game that doesn't really have a main plot. So I don't think it's just you. But I think not having a goal is kind of the point. I tend to find that I keep notes of things people say, because there's no quest log or anything like that, so I just have to remember myself. And I just do the things that appeal to me, or as I go around, I might find the items that people want and then return to them. It's less kind of goal-oriented and more... Yeah, Malachi's explaining it. The experience is the journey, I think is more the idea. But it is quite different from... other MMOs. Anyway, let's find that fine excavation assistant who asked us for the cobalt shard. I'm delighted that we found it right away, just by standing still and looking around. Back again, Nomad. Yes, I have the shard. I'm sure the historians are delighted in sharing your interests. I recommend you don't linger in that area after dark. We have heard from some of the locals that the restless shades have begun to appear around where we have been digging. I know it is one of many things that occupy the professor's minds. They are said to become violent if threatened or disturbed. This is the place where the treehouse used to be. I'm certain of it. I would love to come at night. It's difficult for me to get here at night because I've accidentally on the US West server, because I had already put several levels into my character before I realized that there were servers. And that means that my time zone is all wrong. The time zone corresponds to the real world. Which means it's almost always day in the evening when I'm playing. But if I come on in the morning, it should be night. I'd like to see these ghosts. I've already seen that, haven't I? Yes. Who wanted the cobalt shard? Was it the other one? They're all looking around. That's a Riven Leaf historian. That's not them. Like my Oreo says, it is really relaxing to play. Me too, I did the same, you did the same thing. Alright. Who wanted the cobalt shard? I know it was an excavation person. They're all walking around. I noticed none of you have like a trade menu up. Perhaps the quest is glitched. Aha! That cobalt glazed pottery shard you carry, Nomad. I know the professor and his hangers-on would have you give it to the lighthouse keeper in Mir. But a more business-minded person might consider a more profitable alternative. Take my advice and bring any cobalt shards you find to the Voices Tavern in the Little Slip. There you will find someone waiting to recognize the true value of cobalt glazed pottery shards. I'm sure you won't be disappointed. Now keep this conversation under your hat, yes? Okay, all sorts of shady things. I keep hearing about really shady things happening in the Voices Tavern in Little Slip. I'm going to be completely honest. That's where we started the game. I haven't been there at night yet, but I hear it's real busy and that they play Passage down there, which is a card game that risks your soul, and I know I've heard other things about it. But I feel like I don't want to profiteer off this archaeological dig. I feel like I would like to return the shard to the lighthouse keeper for the betterment of everyone. So I think I will do that. So I'm going to go to Mir. I'm going to speak to the Riven Leaf historian before I go. Like my Oreo, what's your character like in Book of Travels? What's your form? What kind of skills do you most enjoy? Greetings, I am Shakru, Ashenfolk historian, and from the University of Rivenleaf. This is the oldest site ever found, where there is evidence of large-scale pottery making of our ancestors. This is a site closely connected to the evolution of Ashenfolk society, that's us. It should be revered as a place of great importance in regards to ancestral craftsmanship and development. I am authorized to trade you for any historically interesting pieces you may find. Rivenleaf University is well funded and can offer competitive trades for items of scholarly interest. Do you share my interest in the cultural differences of the different ages of us Ashenfolk in the Braided Shore? Let us talk about that next time we speak, shall we? We can talk about that again. But I'm hoping I can sell you some of these little cups and things I've found for more. No? But I can trade you for them anyway. Although you're overcharging me for your stuff. What about the cups? No, you're not really... No. Like my Oreo says, Moss Boy, and I fish all the time. Oh, you're a Moss Walker! My partner, who I play with very regularly, chose Moss Walker. I really like the Moss Walker. I like the Eastern Wind a lot. You get amazing, nature survival skills from it, and also some nature magic, which I'm really keen to see. Also, the Moss Walker has an excellent hat. I think everyone would agree. A very good hat. Like my Oreo says, I'm still new to the game, so I don't know any of the skills yet. I've only been playing for a few weeks, so I'm also quite new to it, but I'm getting the hang of it. I hope you enjoy it. There's actually, I keep discovering there's so much more than you think there is when you start. Like every time I think, oh, I've got a grasp of the kind of game this is, it gets bigger. So I've got a few skills here, like you can make the teas, things that make you walk faster, speak to ghosts. I've as you can see, I've changed my outfit via magic. I can make fireworks, it's so fun. Anyway, well, I'm distracted. I want to go to the lighthouse at Mir, so we're going this way. Like my Oreo says, the magic tea. Yes, I love the magic tea. I can only make one tea. I've chosen to only be able to make one tea because I can't make fireplaces. I need my partner, who is a Moss Walker, to make the fireplaces for me because I didn't want to spend a knowledge point on building fireplaces. Whereas Moss Walkers get fireplaces for free. Oh, no, I don't have room. But some of the teas just do incredible stuff. It's really interesting. And I really like the idea of making a tea that would give me the skills to be able to activate some of that more difficult endeavors on my own. But maybe I'll get to that stage eventually. Okay, we're back at the graveyard. I love all the like burning incense and things at the graveyard. It's very atmospheric. I have a friend who's absolutely obsessed with tea. Like, tea is a huge part of his identity. And all I could think is that he would love that aspect of the game, the amount that tea is so integral to the world building, to your skills, and etc. But that he would absolutely hate the pace of this game. Which, while I find it incredibly relaxing and intriguing, for him it would just be boring. Travel north to Mir, there we go. Or at least, certainly I think that he would hear about the pace of the game and assume he would find it boring, I think is more fair to say. But maybe that's just me struggling to imagine anyone finding this game boring when I'm so fascinated. Maliki says his identity? Yes, exactly. Like my Oreo. This chat here is very pun-centric. To keep me amused at all times. Alright, we'll pet a few goats and then head for the lighthouse. I know Mir quite well. I've spent quite a lot of time around here. Although I don't think I've fully explored the area. Happy goat kid. Yes, that's exactly what I want to pet. Yay! Might need to have a little rest at a tea house soon. Get some jade brew. Oh, I am tired. Okay, I might go straight for a tea house then. Have a little rest. Maliki says, Owl said something super punny yesterday and my only response was, I hate you. Harsh words from someone who also makes puns. We got it there? Just friendly villages. Now I'm on, I think, quite an active server right now. The world is quite big, so you have no guarantee of running into other players, but I think if I'm gonna run into anyone, I would run into them in Mir. Mir is quite busy, often. Jabal says, I'm back, just went for a walk in order to get some fresh air today. Outside is cold. Ooh, I can imagine. Very good to get a walk, though, and get some fresh air. I have not left the house in a really long time. I really, really need to go outside. At the moment, I'm getting my like outdoors fix through this video game. As beautiful as this game is, I do still need to go outside. Jabal says it's not getting above 0 here today. Ooh, extremely cold. Like my Oreo says, I can't wait for the map to be bigger. Yeah, Might and Delight just released an announcement saying that they're adding... Oh, I don't have room. How much is that? Oh, it's fine. They're adding some new areas very soon, which I'm very excited about. A forest, and I can't remember where the other one is. Obviously, long term, they're going to add the city of Queso, which I'm very hyped to see. But wandering around some kind of dark forest does sound magical. It's in chapter? I think it'll be in this chapter, yeah. I don't think it's a new chapter. Oh. Hang on. Cobalt brew. Not really what I'm looking for. Jade brew. There we go. That's the stuff. This tavern is called the Bridge Keeper. So. Delicious tea that replenishes your energy. Perfect. Let's have a little sit. A little sip. My tired should leave, and hopefully my energy will replenish while I drink the tea. No longer tired, which is very good. I don't usually drink very much tea, but since I've been playing this game, I've been drinking more. It's doing a very good job of promoting tea to me as something that is very cool and pleasant, and I'm like, oh, I should be drinking more tea. I'm not normally very affected by advertising or media, but I don't know. The idea of being a traveler, wandering around, drinking brew is just like it must be me. I want that experience. So you can see I've got the Jade Brew effect. My energy is being replenished. And if you watch the red bar up there, it very slowly goes up. So I might have to have a second sip of tea. And you might think, well, this is taking quite a long time to replenish, but that's kind of the game. It's slow and patient. And I like that about it. Oh. Did you just hear some kind of magical effect? Is there a player nearby? Like my Oreo says, I always drink Yorkshire tea IRL. It's so good. I have some Yorkshire tea in my house, actually, but I mostly drink Earl Grey. I really love Earl Grey tea. As not very much of a tea person, I think the citrus flavor is really pleasant to me. Yorkshire tea, actually, is the main tea of my friend who's obsessed with tea. Story Dragon says I mostly drink herbal tea. Oh, very magical. I like it. Oh. The cat approaches. Hi, Marlin. Hey, kitty. How's it going? Hey, good boy. I'm just streaming right now. Yeah. He's very good. I'm giving him good cuddles while my character is just sitting here. Like... Jubal says I have changed my tea habits a lot since moving to Austria. Because here, ordinary black tea is about the same price as any other kind. Does that mean that you've led to... You now drink more varied teas? Good boy, Merlin. Sometimes I think about experimenting with having a webcam on during the stream. But unfortunately, I bet Merlin would never really appear in the camera. He has an uncanny ability to avoid being seen by the webcam while he comes to my desk to pester me. And honestly, if you're not getting a cat, then what's even the point? Jubal says I've diversified a lot. Yes, okay. Alright, my energy's looking pretty good. I'm gonna get up. To be fair, the effect would have continued. Oh, it's at 0 seconds. It would not have continued. Anyway. The lighthouse keeper is across the water. I didn't mean to say that. Anyway. Okay, Melon, you have to leave now. You're getting very close to stomping on my keyboard. My first mistake was acknowledging him, you see. Now he'll never leave me alone. Oh, there's a player over here! I should say hello. Oh, I think they're using a... Oh, they're a crested. Hi. No? No hi? Wow. That's the first time that's happened. Well, if they're on their own, that's fine. I'm having quite a nice time. Solo. Maliki says he's just helping you write Larry dialogue, remember? Oh, that's definitely what it is. Thank you, Maliki. Story Dragon says I mostly get herbal tea from Polderkal, a small Dutch company. Oh, that's nice. Let's see. It's just your headcanon now, Maliki? It's a good headcanon. Let's see if the bridge builder needs some rope. He needs a different thing every day. And I've got rope on me. Damn my lily-livered union representative for refusing to ask for support from the Woodcrafters Union. Unionization is a huge part of this game, by the way. The number of unions I've spoken to. I'm going to need more wood if I'm ever to finish this thing. Oh, I don't think I have wood. My rosewood jewelry box! Oh, but it's really expensive. No, that's worth like a lot of money. I'm not going to let you turn it into a bridge. A traveling musician? Some saw a broken down engine barge. Oh, okay. Oh, there's a lockbox there I might be able to do something with. Let me just speak to the Malkusu shopkeeper. You've discovered a nice chai tea from Tea India. Oh, okay. Alright, I need to sell. Oh my gosh, so much stuff. Please, take this. Take this. Take some of these. That's what I'm keeping. The roses. You're really not giving me a lot of money for this. Oh, you give me a lot of money for knots, though. But you know what? I just want to clear my inventory space. Okay, 191. What can you give me so I can consolidate my inventory a little bit? Oh, you overcharge. Deep jade shard. Do you have any wood? I'm looking for about like 100-ish? 203. Oh, 233. Oh, because you... Come on! Oh, we're not doing this. Cancel the trade. This is too much. Like my Oreo says, I love the trading system. It's really fun going from town to town, makes it relaxing. Absolutely, I love the trading system. I love having to manage... I feel like you think like a trader. Like you're trying to use your space well and take things to places where you'll get better deals. It's fantastic, honestly. Much better than just a gold system by a long way. I'm glad you like it as well. Mournful relative. It looks like this has already been done. Thank you for stopping, Kaleem. Me and my sister received this locked box from our dear departed uncle. It contains a secret family recipe of Ginson's potted lox tongues. Our family exported pots and pots of to the south, where it was a sought-after delicacy. Our uncle kept the secret of the recipe and the trick of how he could capture all the larks needed to collect all the lark tongues required. Over 100 tongues were used for each pot. Southerners are prepared to pay small fortunes for each pot. If we could only get the recipe, our futures would be set. If we could only open the lock to the box. Uncle Jinsen never gave us the key. Oh, I'm level 7. It's finally happened. Oh my gosh, that's so exciting. It's already been done. I can't help them. They haven't registered that they've already had it done. I have another knowledge point. Ooh, what am I going to spend it on? Oh, weapon proficiency? No. Wind shelter? That looks like a thing that Joe will be able to do for free, so I'm not going to bother. Bedimming brew, fireplace. I'd quite like to save up for affinity for water, which... Part sea creature, your body rejuvenates if you engulf yourself in water for long enough. I'm always standing in water, so that seems quite good. But I could go for the bedimming brew. If I brew it, it's a tea that blurs the drinker's appearance and makes them harder to detect by hostile creatures. Which could be quite good if I come back to that haunted dig site at night, right? I'll do it. Learned. Okay. The Esoteric Union. I don't think I've spoken to anyone from the Esoteric Union yet. Taking forever getting to this lighthouse because I'm just so distracted by talking to people. The Mystics Union! As a representative of the Mystics Union, please let me welcome you to the Braided Shore. If my second sight does not mislead me, I can sense that you have some magic in you. Don't be shy to ask any of the Union members for advice on mystical topics. Rivenleaf University has 3 separate faculties for the magic arts, knot binding, broom mastery, and wind voicing. Each art form has a different requirements and none are exclusive. A person can be talented in several of the mystic arts. It comes down to a mix of natural-born affinity, devotion, and personal taste. Yes, I have found that. A mystic is both born and made, never one or the other. Well, what is real and what is not? Perhaps I can trade for some fish. This is where I learned to whistle. You overcharge as well. City traders always overcharge me. But you're not overcharging by, like, so much. Let me see what I can sell. What did you sell those for? You're buying at their basic value, which I like a lot. Let's clear the inventory a little bit. Mushy pears. Need to keep all of them, and I think I will keep all of them. 221. Let's see what we can get. Get like a really big stack of fish. Perhaps I can take it somewhere where there's not water and get some money for the fish. Do you have any Western snapper? Good. I've already got a stack of them. And your value is 224 and my value is 221. I feel happy with that. A roasted sheet of algae. Oh, I kind of want to eat some algae now. No, let's just make this trade. There we go. I'm quite happy with that. And here we have the Lighthouse Keeper. You have an Elden pottery shard. Please let me trade for it, I implore you. The craft of making the glazing that gives this shard its reflective qualities has been lost to us. It is the only thing that will extend the life of the lighthouse light. Oh, I'm absolutely going to give it to them instead of... You'll give me a candle, a knot of thankful wishes, and a box of alkan ore? It has to be said, that is not a lot of value. But I do want the lighthouse to continue working. Thank you so much, Traveller. With your aid, I feel we have brought ourselves a little more time before the light fails. If only we could find more of them. I'll do my best. I'll definitely go back and look again. Teferax, welcome! How goes the walking? It's been lovely. I've spoken to a ghost. I've just uncovered artifacts of archaeological importance and then brought them to the lighthouse where they'll be used to guide ships. I'm having a lovely time. How are you on this Wednesday? As my favourite streamer says, on this fine Wednesday. I'm having a really nice time. Marlon, please! Marlon, no. My character is hungry, so I'll lose energy faster. So I'll just eat something. My bread's really expensive. I might just eat some seed-covered bread. Consume. You don't get hungry very often in this game, honestly. It's very... That kind of survival aspect is very gentle. A musical score not message. The Warden Suitor. Was I a sailor, a pearl of deep-sea beauty, a woodsman, the rarest forest rose, a farmer, the finest steed I'd for you choose? But I'm a simple warden, nothing such I have for you. Was I a merchant, the finest dress of Casa silk, a mystic, a cup to keep you ever young? A minstrel, thy name forever sung, but I am just a simple warden, and no such gifts have I for you. But should you join me through life's garden, you'll have a steady arm to lean on to, for I am but a simple warden, as is my gift for you. It's lovely. I love being able to read in this game. I spent so long not being able to read. Teferax says, I'm going through a bunch of training materials for the new job, so acceptable. Yeah, that seems okay. I hope it's not too boring. Like My Oreo says ghosts? Like My Oreo, oh my goodness, there are ghosts everywhere. And some of them you can just speak to. And some of them you have to cast a spell in order to make them visible. And I have, for many levels, been cursed by a ghost captain. The curse doesn't do anything, I don't think. But, it is quite funny that I am cursed. Holly Envelop says, thank goodness I'm not a fan of survival mechanics. I mean, I don't get hungry that often, nor thirsty. Yeah, it's very... I think in any session where I play, I have to eat maybe any edible item, maybe like once in an hour of gameplay. Probably less than that. It's really not very common. But I like that it exists because it helps kind of... the feeling of being a traveller planning your journeys. Like My Rose says, that's cool, I've never seen them. There are some that will be visible to you normally, but if you learn the Align spell or travel with someone who has it, the Align knot, they can make the invisible ghost visible for you to speak to as well. But there are risks, not all ghosts are nice. And you're much more likely to encounter ghosts at night, so when you travel at night, be careful about leaving the road. Teferac says maybe the ghost captain just wants to see the world. They don't. They're in their cave waiting for me to challenge them to a duel because if I defeat them, it will lift my curse. But I don't want to duel them. I just left. So, I've just been cursed. I got that curse very early in the game. I've been cursed a very long time. They're gonna be waiting. Teferac says, I do like the concept of being cursed in a somewhat pastoral manner. Yes, absolutely. I've been quite enjoying this permanent curse that I've received. You know, you talk to ghosts all the time, you're gonna get cursed. It definitely happens to me. Most curses are temporary. This one, permanent. We could take the boat to Batsahar. I think I will do that. But first, there's a haunted headstone up here. Let's see if any ghosts are hanging out, and if not, let's pray at the headstone and see if we get a blessing instead of a curse this time. Story Track is quoting me saying it is quite funny that I'm cursed. I don't know, it's amusing to me. I love that that's a thing that can happen, that I can choose to let continue. I just love this game. Alright, well, no one's whispering to me, so I don't think there's a ghost hiding here. So I'll just speak to the headstone. Hang on. A little bit of early access bugginess. It should show me... It's not showing me the bars again. Aha! I've been blessed by this lovely spirit with extra ward. Thank you very much. The last one made me slow. I didn't appreciate it. Alright, let's go. Teferac says, I accrue curses like others accrue novels. A weighty to be broken pile. Oh my gosh. I mean, I kinda do. Calmly Envelop says I should get this game. I highly recommend this game. It is definitely very buggy still. If you are able to be patient with a game that is nowhere near complete, and the bug fixes are still coming in, and I'm able to be very patient because it's very pretty and I enjoy what's here, and I'm aware that the team is very small. I mean, I can't recommend it enough. I love it. Aha. This is where the boat to Batsahar will appear. The boats are incredibly bugged right now. So, you're gonna watch me do a little bit of a weird dance trying to get on it when it arrives. Let's have a little... Can I fish from here? I might fish while I wait. Pardon the silence. I think I spoke before about how it was a game that I wasn't sure if I wanted to stream it simply because I treasure the silence of it so much. But it is also really nice to share. I can have both. Here's the boat. Oh, got my fish. Is it a fish this time? Fresh salmon. It was a fish. Okay, the boat should come up with a symbol here that says boat. I've never been able to work out if it appears just if I stand here long enough or if I have to walk away and come back several times. We're going to try the method where I stand here until the symbol appears. Wait, and also where I walk around a little bit in front of it. Come on. Teferac says sometimes it's nice to have company while waiting for public transport. Exactly. At least this time it came. Do you remember when we were waiting for the train last week? Oof. Oof. Yes! There we go. You can catch the boat and the boats and trains with other players as well, which is really lovely. Now, there's some cool animals on the island of Batsahar, so I'm excited. Like my Uriah says, have you tried the combat yet? I died to a bandit. I haven't really, honestly. I'm quite enjoying being a pacifist. I understand a little bit about how it works, though. And my partner has just been training their character in combat skills, so hopefully I'll see a little bit more of it. My main experience of combat was when I walked into an enclosed canyon, and a hooded figure strode forward and demanded all of my money. And when I refused, they attacked me, and their dog ran up to attack me, and I had to flee. I used the flee command, and it sent me a ways away with the dog kind of on my heels. It was really exciting. But I did watch my partner do weapons training with one of the wardens, and actually watching that combat from the outside, it was very gripping. The way that they kind of face off in a duel, and there's the timed strikes. It was very, very interesting. I hear that if you get your ward and attack high enough, that bandits will often flee from you, which does sound exciting. Like my Uriah says, that's cool, so they can rob you. I did not know that. Yeah, so they force a trade menu, and they ask for like 700 value, and they offer nothing. And if you leave the trade menu, they attack you. It's amazing. I also hadn't known that that was an option until it happened to me, which is kind of a lot of my experience of this game, that you just don't really know what it's capable of until you encounter something specific. I wish you luck with the combat. It looks really interesting. As I understand it, apart from the actual mechanics of how to do it, the most important thing is to have a high ward and a high... Well, you want high speed, high ward, and high force. Your force needs to be higher than your opponent's ward. And your speed, the higher your speed is, the more attacks you can do, and the sooner you can attack in a sequence. I mean, you probably know more about it than me. Okay. Now we just wait. As I said, the boats are quite buggy right now. I still love them. I should show you the Dandelion Temple. Oh my goodness. I love the Dandelion Temple. It's the closest thing to like a beginner quest that I was given, and it took me forever to go and do it. And, oh, it's fascinating. I hope the Guardians are still there. I'd love to go back. Dandelion being a colloquial term in the game for a traveller or nomad. I love the art for the scheme. Look at this. Like my Uriah says, that's right, but I was unsure when to attack and my guy kept running back and forth. Yeah. I mean, I definitely recommend looking up like a tutorial for it on YouTube or something so you can see how it looks from the player end. But my understanding is that you click one of the attack or defend buttons rather than running around. Is the hope? Let's see. I'm Bugged. Please let me walk. Come on. You can do it. Go on. Aha! There we go. Can't trap me on a boat. Also, I don't know, like my Oreo, if you've had, if you've been able to visit the Book of Travels Discord, but the community there is incredibly helpful and much more knowledgeable than me, and I've been really happy just to be there and seek advice when I need it. So if that's something you're able to do, I do recommend it. Busy tea host. What am I trying to do on... Why did I come to Batsahar? The Dandelion Temple. I have things to trade. And... Oh, there's some cool animals. Let's go see the... I hope the flying goat is still here. Jubal Barker says, I have cake! Huzzah! Collie Enveloped, you've bought the game? Oh, that's wonderful. I love it. I hope you enjoy it. It's here! Yes! There's a stranded travelers here, which is a reference to the fact that people used to not be able to get off of Batsahar due to bugs. Cass Parsons' pet shop opening soon. Holy carp, I didn't know! I didn't know. They've talked about how we'll have pets eventually. And outside this pet shop is... Oh. Is... Come here. No. No. Let me walk over here. Yes. The goat, please. Please. Please, the goat. Please. Please, the goat. There's a winged goat here that every time I come to Batsahar I must pet. And I assume that's an available pet at some point. Like my Oreo says, that sounds good, but I like to discover things as I go along. Oh, absolutely. And the same with me. It mostly just helps because, if you get stuck and you're not sure whether something is a bug or otherwise, it can be nice. But, it's not for everyone, for sure. Oh, I can't pet the goat today. Why? Why must the game punish me this way? Okay, let's talk to the lady. Person? The foreign pet shop owner? Why, hello there! A rare thing indeed for anyone in Batsahar to take the time to talk outside the walls of a tea house. What a treat! My name is Cass Parson, and I have only just recently settled in Braided Shore. My homeland lies far, far away. The culture and wildlife are very different from here. From that of my homeland, I can tell you. I have, for instance, as yet to see a single winged goat since I arrived. Well, except for Amelia here, of course. But when I brought her with me, to protect me from the evildoers should the locals prove hostile. Animals have always fascinated me, and as soon as I get my shop here in order, I intend to travel around and see the wondrous creatures that roam the lands. I'm particularly curious about the huge, armoured, smoke-breathing beasts you have trained to pull carts on metal trails. What a wonder such a sight must be! Where was I? Yes, as I mentioned, I'm setting up shop right here. I bought this house from the previous owner. A very nice lady who used it to host games of Passage. This is a illegal card game. By luck or fate, she was, for some reason or another, forced to move her activity underground, whatever that means. Now that I'm busying myself with setting up my own business, a pet shop. I intend to import creatures from far and wide and offer my customers exotic creatures as companions. Of course, my shop will also offer local varieties of creatures. Just imagine how many overseas visitors will be queuing to get a pet from Batsahar. A deer, a wolf, a bear even. And here, if you'll forgive my presumptions, is where, as we've been talking, I have begun to form a plan of cooperation between you and me. Oh, really? I will give you some pet treats of my own making, and you will search out all manner of animals to feed them to. Not all animals will be tempted, but you might be surprised as to what creatures take a fancy to them. If you do this, you will help me build trust with the local species of animal in the Braided Shore. I will then have a fine base to start selecting animals from when my pet shop is ready. Hence... here are some treats from my latest batch. Come back if you need more. Happy hunting, local. Oh my goodness, I am so excited to feed treats to animals. Oh, I'm so excited. I can't pet the goat today. My heart is broken. There are these little creatures that you have to pay a lot of attention to the background to see, because they look like little bushes or stones, but they stand up and they have legs and they'll travel around. But they often, oh, I'm getting a lot of lag right now. They often either flee or plant themselves into the ground to hide from you if you get too close. I would love to feed one of those a treat. Maliki says, apparently I'm dual watching stuff today. ADHD mood for sure. Call Me Vilt says, nice that it has a native Linux build too. I wasn't sure if... Hang on, are you bad? Are you... Oh, no, you're a moss... It's the moss enthusiast. I wasn't sure whether it was native or not. I saw that they had a section for Linux in the Discord, but... Look there, by your feet, Wanderer! Cries your skin like case of silk. Yeah, we've spoken to them already. This is traveling moss enthusiast, just like living life. Okay, I'm going the wrong direction for the Dandelion Temple, which we're approaching the end of the stream and I would really like to show you. Didn't manage to get cursed by any ghosts today, but we did make some special connections with no, we did get cursed by a ghost, in fact. What am I saying? Of course we've been cursed by a ghost. We've encountered quite a lot of ghosts today, but not the ones I was expecting. It's been a really nice journey. Commonly felt also to watching. Alright, hang on. Let's have a look at the map. I'd like to get to the Dandelion's Temple. I need to find like a little bit of land I can cross to. When I was trying to get to the Dandelion Temple, it was me and Joe. We were traveling with another player, another traveler, and obviously you can't communicate very much via these symbols, but we were showing them the direction. And I guess they were more experienced than us because they seemed to realize where we were going and they took the lead and showed us the best paths and what to pick up along the way. And it was just a really lovely journey. And kind of emblematic of the things I love about multiplayer in this game. I'm tired? Oh no. I don't want to be tired while I'm crossing the water. Hang on. Let's have a quick rest. Where did my rest go? Did I accidentally cover it up? Hang on. No, don't unmemorize rest. How do I put it on this bar? Oh, whatever. I'll rest. No. This is a problem. I don't know how to drag it down here or how it got covered up. And I don't think can I now not use rest? That is definitely going to be a problem. I will ask on the Discord later. This is why I'm recommending the Discord. I can't make a fire, unfortunately, Fixato. I don't have that skill. I can use existing fireplaces if I see them. But I'm gonna get to the Dandelion Temple, and that'll be a good place to rest and log off while I get the information I need. I'm sure there's a way to drag things to this bar, but I don't know what it is. Here we are. These are the guardians of the temple. Welcome, Dandelion. I am Raman, one of the guardians of the temple. By the act of your entry, you have now tied your home knot to the sanctuary, and I won't talk to them all now, but there's another of the guardians. Hi, Marlin. It's okay. I assume the microphone is filtering out him yelling at me, but he's yelling at me. It's okay, Marlin. It's okay. So yeah, this is Book of Travels. I absolutely love it. Commonly Belt says, would it be okay to ask which server you're playing on V? Well, I'm about to come off now, so the instance I'm on right now is the Northern Pavilion Forest, but that changes every time I play. My current server I play on is the US West server, completely by accident. I do recommend playing on a server local to you, but if you did want to play with me, that's the server I'm on. But it's quite hard to find each other on here, due to there not being deliberately not being kind of a social system. Goodbye, like my Oreo. And actually, I'm about to go now as well. Oh, thank you for the follow as well. I hope you have a lovely rest of the week. Let me just have my end screen. Yeah, everyone, thank you so much. I've really enjoyed getting to share Book of Travels with you and some of my journeys. I think I'll be back with it next week. And on Friday, I'm thinking I will be streaming Eastshade and become an itinerant painter traveling around as well. So that should be a lot of fun. Thanks everyone so much for your company and your conversation. I hope you will take care and have a wonderful rest of the day. Goodbye.